Had a very surprising 2.2 magnitude earthquake, and this is it right here, north of Manhattan at Yonkers, upstate New York. We do have earthquakes in New York. Yes, these are the Palisades here in New Jersey. Beautiful mountains. I don't know if you've ever been there. There's beautiful parks. You can go there. Yonkers, New York, right there. This is the center of it. And this is what it looks like. Right there. Right there. And this is the aerial map of it. Topographic and the aerial. Now, we did say that we have magma here under these Great Lakes. The Great Lakes are a very old magma location of 990 million years ago. About a billion years ago, the magma is there. The geologists say they have no idea where it comes from, but yeah, there's a mantle plume right under there. And as you can see, this is not very far from this. This is obviously in the New Madrid seismic zone, which is basically a rift valley. You can see that it's not much left to rift. This is the St. Lawrence Seaway, and the Great Lakes of Ontario and Erie. And this is the Mississippi River, basically up to there. There's not much left to rift. And basically, as you can see, the states is splitting into three: west, central, and the east. It's a rift valley. So, and also we have magma under these undersea volcanoes, subterranean submerged volcanoes, about 30 of them right here. Again, there's magma there. These are, of course, the Caribbean are volcanic islands. There's a lot of biggish earthquakes happening there. We have 5 volcanoes in Maine. 4 of them are in a 100-mile location. And if you want to see some other earthquakes that have taken place on the East Coast this past week, you have one here in upstate New York. Okay, 1.6, the same day as a New York earthquake here on the 19th. And then we have this one here on the 20th, 2.6. Okay, in Cleveland, Ohio. We've had more earthquakes there recently in that area. So what's going on with the East Coast? Of course, this is in Ottawa, in Canada, just across from the New York quake, the day after the New York quake on the 19th. And this one is on the, how many felt that one? Perth, Canada. One person reported feeling it. So you can see that we do have earthquakes on the East Coast. I remember when I was working in the financial district of Manhattan. Well, I actually was working as an accountant for U.S. Lines. Basically, it's in Battery Park. And we had an earthquake. And the next day they came out saying it was a supersonic jet that flew by, but it wasn't. It was basically an earthquake. But obviously, I guess some people didn't want to say that it was an earthquake. Anyway, but we do have, this is definitely an earthquake. And as we said before, it was reportedly felt by 458 people. And we know that earthquakes on the East Coast are felt 10 times. Where are we? Felt over a much broader region. East of the Rockies can be felt over an area as much as 10 times larger than a similar earthquake on the West Coast. Okay? Faults everywhere occur on faults with bedrock usually miles deep. As we said before, nobody here ever refers to the fact that there's a mantle plume under the Great Lakes. Okay? That's why the the Great Plain is stretching. This is a map showing you a comparison of an earthquake 6.7 on the West Coast and how little it was felt, and as compared to the 1895 magnitude 6 earthquake on the New Madrid seismic zone area and how much that was felt. And you can see that the little squiggle behind that on the bottom of the red area is basically Mississippi River. And it's basically covering the area that we just said. That is the New Madrid seismic zone, a rift valley. And as we said, the Great Lakes have a mantle plume that's been there about 1 billion years. So all of you there, please be very careful. We do have earthquakes on the East Coast as well as the West Coast. Most of you know how built up, of course, Manhattan is. It's full of skyscrapers, and I've also uploaded recently a video claiming that the weight of all these skyscrapers on Manhattan is making the island sink about 4 centimeters every year. So it is sinking because of the weight of the buildings. But according to earthquakes, these buildings cannot stand when we have an earthquake of 7 magnitude. They're not made to be able to stand more than 7 magnitude because it would just cost too much. So this is what's going on there. Hopefully that's the end of the New York earthquake, but that was very unusual. It's an extraordinary occurrence to be that close to Manhattan, isn't it? So please leave your comments. Thank you for your support, and be alert of these things. Thank you. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.